And the reason for that is because it hasn't been sharded yet. We haven't done shard collection command. The shard collection command is what actually tells MongoDB to start spreading that out across multiple shards, and in fact even create a shard range for it. So the shard range doesn't even exist for bar. However, it will still pick up one important piece of information here, and that is this primary setting. So test-rs0. And I'm about to violate one of the sort of prime commandments in a sharded environment. I'm going to connect directly to one of the shards instead of through the Mongo S, but it's for learning purposes, so that's okay. So here's test-rs0. We're connected to the primary, and what we can have a look at here is show DBs. So you can see we've got an admin database, a config database, which is empty. That's probably just because I did a use config on this by accident at some point, meant to be running on the Mongo S. We have a local database, which is for the oplog, basically. We have shard test, unsurprisingly, because that's sharded across everything, and we got test. So that was probably me doing some testing earlier on. Test is the default database you connect to. So this was done outside of sort of normal operations, if you like. But you'll notice there is absolutely no sign of auth test here, which makes some sense. After all we've done in auth test is use the database and then insert one document. Its primary lives over here on test-rs1. So why would rs0 have any idea about the fact that we've just done this? It's not a sharded collection. It hasn't been moved around. It isn't distributed across like shardtest.foo. Perhaps less obvious is this. So let's use shard test. Show collections shows us the shardtest.foo database, as we would expect, and we have bar. So we just inserted to that. So what does that actually have? It has our A1 document, as you'd expect. In fact, that's the only one in there, because it's the only one that we've actually inserted so far. So we found foo, we found bar, and they're both living on rs0. Now what does that look like if instead of rs0 we connect to rs1? So here we are in the rs1 primary. Let's have a look at our databases again. Very similar to the last time. We have auth test this time though, right? Because this rs1 is the primary for the auth test database. We have shard test because that is going to be everywhere, and of course we have a local database because this is part of a replica set. It's the primary of a replica set, in fact. Let's have a quick look at shard test. If our theories are correct, shard test should only have one collection in it, or one collection besides the system collections, I should say. So let's have a look at that, and then show collections. As expected, there we go. We just have foo and system.indexes. No sign of bar anywhere. And that's because bar only lives on the primary shard for this database, which is rs0. We are on rs1. Let's take a quick look at auth test itself. And auth test actually has no collections because the first thing I did was actually drop. After the insert, I actually dropped that particular collection. So it's actually empty. There's nothing on there. But the database is present, and we do have system.indexes. Because when I created that, there was, of course, an underscore ID index present. We want to prove our point. Let's just be 100% sure. Let's connect back to the Mongo S. Use auth test. And let's do our sort of standard insert at this point. Let's insert into foo for auth test. Let's do that. Disconnect from the Mongo S. Reconnect to the primary. And if what we thought was true, let's have a look. Show collections, we now have a foo database. There should just be one document in there. Indeed, there's just one document in there, and that's the one we just inserted. So there you go. That's the primary for rs1. If all our theories hold, if we can now connect to rs2, we won't have auth test. So let's go back to our list. If we connect to rs2, we will not have auth test. We will have shard test, but shard test will only have the foo collection, and it won't have the bar collection. Before we do that, let's have a quick look back at our diagram. We've connected to rs0. We've confirmed that shardtest.foo exists, and we confirmed that when we added a shardtest.bar that also exists. So let's put that in here. So this had shardtest.bar. Okay. This one did not have shardtest.bar, but it had auth-test.foo as the primary for auth test. That's what we'd expect. And over here on rs2, we will expect there to be basically just shardtest.foo in the shardtest database, along with the other standard system ones that we've been seeing so far. So let's kind of prove that out really quickly. Here we are in the rs2 primary. Let's do show DBs. Shard test is there, local is there, admin is there, config is there. Kind of stuff we'd expect. Let's use shard test and show collections. And there you go. just foo, no bar, and the and system.indexes. So as we expected. So for our diagram, the things that we expected to be true are in fact true. We just have shard test.foo over here, no auth test at all. Over here, no auth test because it has been sharded two of these collections. So you can see you do get two sort of different views of exactly what's going on.